This segment is sponsored by VCU Health.
The doctor is in and you have questions. While many people have chosen to get the COVID-19 vaccine, others remain hesitant and unsure. Those reasons for getting the shot can be different for so many people. Dr. Jeanine Guidry, director of the VCU Media+Health Lab, joins us to talk about VCU Health's recently launched public health campaign aiming to increase COVID-19 vaccines. Dr. Guidry, an expert on effective message design for vaccinations, and she was among the first to study the psychological and social predicators of U.S. adults' willingness to get the vaccine. That's a lot of background, Dr. Guidry, but effectively here, you were learning more about what is motivating us and how to have that discussion so that we can wrap our arms around a willingness to get the shot. Welcome. It's good to see you.
Good. Thank you for having me.
So as we have this conversation today, can you talk with me a little bit about why it was so important for VCU Health to launch this campaign and get that out in the community?
Really, communications plays a critical role in these public health crises, and this was a tremendous public health crisis. If we really want to reach people, we want to connect with people, we need to meet people where they're at and relate in a personal way with them. Otherwise, the messages are not going to get through. And this campaign, This Shot Matters, uses photos and personal stories of real Virginians explaining why this shot matters to them. And these stories then represent people from less willing groups to create social proof that someone like them got the vaccine. So it's someone recognizable. And that's critically important because COVID-19 is still impacting people in our community who are not vaccinated. Just earlier this month, the CDC released new findings about 12 to 17-year-olds who were hospitalized with COVID. Severe illness is now preventable, but the shot matters. You need to get the shot in order to prevent the disease.
Dr. Guidry, you made that point about this being personal and establishing those personal connections. Do you have a story that's a personal story that stood out to you the most as you've learned more about this and the motivations?
I really like Reverend Artis' story. He said in the campaign, this shot matters because it's an act of care for other people. It's not about me. He said he got the vaccine because he wanted other people to still go out and love life and live their lives. And that just really resonated with me because we have gone through this pandemic together, a time of tremendous stress and uncertainty. And together we will get out of this pandemic by getting the vaccine, not just for ourselves, but also for each other.
The community awareness is key. This campaign is a big part of that. What are you hoping that it achieves?
Well, the bottom line for more people to get vaccinated so that people are protected against this disease and their families are protected. Practically, I think this campaign needs to direct people to a place to get more information or to get specific action. And we're directing people to vaccinate.virginia.gov to make an appointment to get their vaccine if they haven't gotten it yet. And if people want to learn more about the campaign or read more about the stories that we're highlighting, go to vcuhealth.org/This Shot Matters.
Jeanine, we have a little bit more than a minute left here, and a quick question for you. Why does this shot matter to you so much? What's your personal story?
This shot matters to me because it is the way out of the COVID-19 pandemic. It has been such a hard year for us, year and a half for all of us. I haven't seen my family in more than 2 years. My family is over in Europe. The fact that we have these vaccines that are safe and are so effective, people need to realize that's a public health miracle, and it is our way back to living our lives again with those we love. And that's why this shot matters.
Dr. Jeanine Guidry, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. This shot matters. We're going to share a little information. You can visit vcuhealth.org/This Shot Matters and stay with us. There's still much more Virginia This Morning coming up.